Okay, here we go. So we've got tarot cards. So we're going to have 3 lots of tarot cards by the looks of it. Let's have a look to see if we can find. So the first things first, tarot cards on there as well. First things first, we kind of want to just find the ghost. So I'm just going to kind of sprint around. See if I can find anything. Can you give me a sign? You in here? Normally in here now. Can you give me a sign? Oh, it's in the wedding dress room. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but the wardrobe just opened. It's in here. Go on. Oh, there it is. I think this mirror does a jump scare as well, but I actually haven't had too many of them. Oh! Wow, we're getting a lot of interactions, by the way. Okay. Right. So, oh, actually, hang on. What? Oh, it's the girl. Okay. Sweet Jesus. Man, we're getting a lot of interactions. Now, the only problem with this map is that it literally is only one loop that we have. We've got a long hallway, which is kind of nice, so I might turn that on. But the one loop that we have, I'll turn this on as well. And I'll turn this one on. It's literally just this tiny one around here. But because we're fast, I think we should be fine. I'm literally just going to turn on every single light. Alright, so I don't think it's Ecto. So, okay, hopefully we don't get a Djinn again. Can you imagine if we got a Djinn again? Oh, and there's no way, right? Of all the ghosts that we could get, right? We're 95%. Let's go in with this. Let's do this. Let's get these ones out of the way with. Okay. I'm hoping... What am I hoping for here? I'm not sure. I feel like we've done a boogie already. I know we haven't done a boogie properly, but we have kind of done a boogie. So, I kind of don't want a boogie. I definitely don't want a Djinn. Please, no Djinns. Where are you? I mean, are you friendly? Are you friendly? Oh! Okay, not breath. Is Agash even an option? No. Are you friendly? Do you like ducks? Are you friendly? Hello, ghost. Are you friendly? Okay. We're getting a lot happening, which I actually think... did you hear that as well? I actually... It's that thing again. So this is the thing that's hanging up. You're too keen on getting yourself killed. Okay, my sanity might have taken an absolute beating because I've just had... What have I even just had? I've had like 3 interactions, a voice line, and also a ghost event. Yeah, my sanity technically should be like 70% right now. Let's have a look. 83. All right, we won't do anything just yet. I need to find out what the ghost is first. So let's do this. Should I do ESG again as well? I think so. I feel like this ghost is quite active. It could be a Thay, you know. It could be a yokai. I need to check time as well. But it could be a Thay. Could be a yokai. A Thay would be kind of cool because we can check to see the age thing. Yeah, I'd love a Thay. We could really like nail the science on that one. Manifest, can you show yourself? Fingerprints. Oh, 5. Hello. Okay, we've also probably just got fingerprints as well. Yep. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Fingerprints, EMF. Did I get anything else? I didn't get spirit box, did I? Goryo, Oni, or Onryo? Well, I'm gonna guess Oni. I really hope it's not an Onryo. Because what can we test with an Onryo? We can't test anything. There's literally nothing we can test. Manifest, can you show yourself? Man, it is giving us 5 non-stop though. However, oh, this would be fun actually, because we had the Djinn in the last one, didn't we? And we said a Djinn doesn't drop your sanity below... No, an Oni doesn't drop your sanity below 50. It is giving us non-stop 5s. This thing is active. This thing is very active. So what are we looking for? Freezing, aren't we? Yeah, so we won't get spirit box. Manifest, can you show yourself? Oh yeah, we're definitely getting free. This is an Oni. This is 100% an Oni. No way. This is perfect. This is literally... Let me just make sure. This is literally perfect. This is literally perfect. We can also check to see the blinking speed of an Oni to see if it's... Okay, freezing. Yep, we know it's an Oni. That is fine. I'm going to select Oni. No friggin' way. This is so cool. All right. So let's go. So Onis will just... There's nothing in particular that they do they're just incredibly active, and they will tank your sanity out of nowhere when they want to. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. So I am 82%, so I've literally gone down a percentage. So let's go Onis. The Oni has a special ability that can quickly reduce the sanity of those close to it. So you have to be close, apparently. It is a very dangerous ghost. If it wants to, it can quickly play with your sanity and decide to kill you. It is known to be very fast. Okay, so we can see how fast it actually is. And then there's no good things. There's no good things about the Oni. Okay, so what do we do here? Should we take pills? Is it too early? What have we got to do? Rats in the boiler, pentagram, and crucifix. Okay, let's do... I might as well take a crucifix in, right? And apart from that, I don't think there's really anything else that we need to do. I don't need candle. I guess I could take pills and just get myself back up to 100. Maybe. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Let's do that. I'll take in another crucifix as well, because why not? Because what I'm thinking, we're back up to 100, right? Let's see if the interactions does anything at all. And I'm also intrigued to see whether this thing is actually going to tank our sanity. What I'd like to test as well, to see if... Because it says when you're near it, it will tank your sanity. So the question is, does it tank your sanity if you're not in the same room? That's the question. Okay. Okay, we got rats. I'm going to drop this in here, I think. Let me take rats for now. I'm intrigued to see how fast this thing is, actually, as well. Oh, we've got voodoo... Oh, no, not voodoo card. Tarot cards. Oh! Wait, Jesus! What's good? Abandoned house, man. Abandoned house is just... it's on another level. It's just on another level. Rats. Crucifix. Any rats? Let's get everything out of the way with. So all we're focused on is just dealing with the Oni. You got any crucifixes over here? I feel like there sometimes can spawn one down here, but maybe. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's that done. This should be the last rat as well. What's happening? Oh, it's the TV. Okay. I feel like there's more secrets on this map as well. I know there's one. There's got to be one in that picture frame. You know which one I'm on about. But I think there's definitely one there. I feel like there's more, though. I definitely feel like there's more. There's more secrets to this map. I swear there is. Okay, so we should have everything done now. So now it's just the fingers. Which obviously I'm not going to bother. Actually, I could probably do 4 fingers. So let me go check my sanity again quickly. Let's just double check. 97. Okay, so it hasn't done anything yet. I don't really need anything else now, do I? Not really. There's no point in taking salt. We're probably going to use the tarot cards, though. Definitely. Because we need to tank our sanity, basically. And see this thing hunt at some point. While we're here, let's check for fingers. Any fingers? Tarot cards. Wait, have I done everything? I feel like I'm missing something. How have we not found a finger yet? Am I missing a rat? Maybe I'm missing a rat. Because the crucifix definitely worked. Any rats in here? I'm guessing not. Yeah, we definitely haven't done everything because I'm missing a finger. Oh, it's a rat there, that's why. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Perfect. Holy babies. Fingers. Looking for fingers anywhere. Any fingers. There's one. Put that there. Another one there. Just check everything. Any fingers? Sometimes they can spawn down here. One in there. Any fingers? No fingers, okay. Got this. There's 3 so far. I'm gonna guess the other 2 are down here somewhere. One there. Interesting to see when an Oni hunts as well. I'm pretty certain it's above 50. I just don't know how much higher. Or maybe it's below 50. Because it tanks your sanity pretty quick, right? It could be below 50, you know. It could be. Right. Do this. Man, you could, on custom mode, you could absolutely blitz this. On super, on flash mode, you could definitely do it. Right. We can now focus basically on the Oni. Let me just drop this because I'm not going to need that. Right. We're missing one, which is up here, I think. I'll put it at the top of the stairs, I guess. Was it here? Where was it? In here? Where was the last one? Down here. Okay. I cannot remember where the last one was. I thought it was here. Oh, it is there. Okay. Heard it turn the light on as well. Right, so let's drop this. So we're probably going to be, what, 90-ish%? Let's say 90%. I reckon 90%. Nothing's really happened. We haven't been near the Oni. So let's check. Let's see what happens. We have everything that we possibly could do. Yep. Okay, so closed door. Let's go check. Let's go check to see if that does anything. I honestly don't think... I have a feeling that evidence-based interactions don't actually tank your sanity. I don't think it does anything to our sanity. 86. That's probably about right. Normally it's about a 5% swing either way because it goes up and down quite a lot. So, yeah, I'm pretty certain evidence-based interactions don't really play an effect on your sanity. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I definitely feel like it. So anything that, like, easel, ESG, fingerprints on stuff. Okay, that was an interaction, I think. That just threw a painting, I think it did. So let's go check. So we're at 86%. Let's see if this does anything. The biggest problem with doing these science-based ones is the fact that there's no... No, so that's still the same. There's no... like correlation between anything, so it's a random chance of whether it actually takes your sanity down or not, so it's not guaranteed. Whereas in Faz, most of the time the characteristics are guaranteed, so if it does something, it does it, and you know it does it. Whereas in Demonologist, I think that's probably a ghost event, but let's go check it as well. So we're only going to check these once because, like I said, if it we can't base it on random chance. We have to know for certain of what actually is going to happen. So things we can 100% know for sure. 82%. They're going to go up. 83 is probably about the same again. So that doesn't do anything. Yeah, the only things that we know for sure is the blinking speed, the speed of the ghost, the sanity, so when it starts hunting, and whether we can be outside of the area. So is it just inside the house? Did you turn this on? Is it just inside the house, or do you have to be near it? So that was an interaction. Should we go check that? You know what? I'll leave that. I'll leave that because we weren't actually in the room, so I don't know. Let's see. On the next, providing it's not this one or a painting. What painting did it throw? Maybe it didn't throw a paint. I thought it did. It was a book or something. I'm not sure. You know what else as well? Like these things, these bones, these are things that were hidden behind that painting in the other room. Okay, so that was a smashed item. Let's go check that. Good check. I've got a feeling that it's not... It's difficult to know. Because I honestly think it's random chance. I don't think it's a guarantee that you lose a percentage of your sanity. Yeah. I don't think you do. I don't think an interaction is the thing that drops your sanity. I think it's based on whether the ghost wants to drop your sanity. Which I don't like. Because there's no certainty about what's going on. Which I guess kind of makes it more difficult, I suppose. But... Okay, that just threw a book. Yeah, I don't think these interactions are actually causing... They're not the things that are causing the sanity drain. I think it's whether the ghost wants to take your sanity or not. And it's normally the bigger ones. So it's normally the bigger interactions. So, for example, there's a thing on this bed where like a ghost like floats or something like that. That's a big interaction, I think. So that might class as a big sanity drop. I think there's something to do with the mirror as well. I think that might be a big sanity drop. Apart from that, I don't know what else is in this room. This wedding dress doesn't count. So the one where it turns into the woman, I think that's a ghost event. In fact, I'm pretty certain. So we know that's not. I can't pick it. I can't do anything with this. There's no writing. There's definitely no writing. Imagine I could get stuck in there. How cool would that be? Right, we know that doesn't do anything. That painting or whatever it was. There's definitely no writing, right? Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I feel like there's a little secret in here. Maybe we're missing. Loads of pills. While I'm waiting for things to... What the hell was that that? Was that the easel? I think it was, yeah. Sweet Jesus. Okay, I'm kind of waiting for this. Yeah, okay. I literally cannot do anything with this, and it doesn't say a name. It doesn't say a word. Very, very strange. All right, cool. So at the moment, we haven't really had anything. We're going to wait until an interaction happens that we haven't had before. But yeah, like I keep saying, I don't think interactions have got any effect on the sanity. I think it's more to do with the actual ghost itself. So just because it throws something doesn't mean your sanity will drop. But it could potentially be because we're on custom mode. Okay, well, we're going to see how fast this thing is now. I'm guessing my sanity dropped. Let's have a look. How fast are you? I feel like you're not that fast, though. Okay, it seems to speed up a little bit there. Yeah, it seems a bit faster now. Oh, okay. Yep, I was going to say, did you see me? Holy... It's weird because sometimes it speeds up and sometimes it's fast and sometimes it's not. All right, well, I'm guessing my sanity is just taking an absolute beating. I'm guessing. So nothing really triggered that. Not really. There was a few things that happened. Okay. Yeah. So that definitely dropped. So I'll tell you what, let's take pills. This should take us to 73-ish%. I didn't actually check to see how long it blinked for either. Right, so we're 76%. Definitely hunted below 50. So I kind of want to see now. What I want to see is I'm going to stand around here. This is probably going to be a bit boring. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to see, because in the description it says the Oni has a special ability that can quickly reduce the sanity of those close to it. So does that actually mean that you have to be near the ghost? So in the ghost room? Or is that just, that's just how it's saying it? Because then afterwards it says it is very dangerous ghost. If it wants to, it can quickly play with your sanity and decide to kill you. Which I think is, that's what every ghost is. I think that's what every ghost is. But the Oni is obviously just a little bit more dangerous. Holy... I was so scared, Barbara, I didn't move. Sweet Jesus, man. What are you even doing here? Get off my rug. Okay, so I want to see. So we were 76%. Theoretically, actually, should we stand in the light? Let's stand in the light, because we don't want anything to skew the results here. Right, that's on. That's on. Okay, so we're in the light. So technically, our sanity shouldn't drop. Or it shouldn't drop that much. And we are on custom mode, so realistically, it shouldn't drop that much. So is the Oni's ability, does it affect the whole house, or is it just based on whether we're near the ghost? That's going to be the question, I guess. And as soon as it starts hunting, we're going to go check the sanity. So we've got 30 seconds hunts. So as soon as it stops hunting, we're going to go check the sanity and see if it's a 50% or lower ghost. You know what else I've just thought of as well? That Oni definitely dropped our sanity below 50. Yeah, 100%. Well, I think so. The only thing I can think of is that maybe because it was throwing stuff, that might have attacked my sanity a little bit. See, this is the problem. So there's no exacts. There's no definites. Apart from, obviously, the blink and speed, the speed of the ghost, and sanity. So what sanity does the ghost start hunting at? But apart from that, there's not really any certainties. Because we don't know whether the Oni dropped our sanity down to 50%, then started hunting. As it was hunting, because I was quite close to it, it was throwing items, which then dropped my sanity even more. Yeah, that's the problem. And I don't think there's any way of knowing. The only thing I can think of maybe is, do you reckon that when the ghost throws an item, so not necessarily moves it, but throws it, do you reckon that classes as a sanity drop interaction? That would make sense, especially with the hunts as well, because when the ghost hunts, things get absolutely like, for example, things get absolutely launched. Maybe that's the reason why. Right, so we're just kind of chilling at the moment. I'll be honest with you, we're just chilling. It's probably going to be a little bit boring for you guys, but I don't want anything to skew the results, or whether, if it is an Oni, does it still tank our sanity? So we were 76%. We're in the light. We're on custom mode. There's no way we should drop below 50 by ourselves, just from typical sanity drain. There's no way. The fact that if we're on nightmare, different. But for the fact that we're on custom mode, the fact that we're in the light, the fact that we're nowhere near the ghost, unless the ghost moves here, but realistically, it's freezing, so we should know. So if our sanity drops below 50, I would probably hazard a guess that the Oni's power works everywhere in the house. But this is why we're testing it, because we need to check. Also, I need to remember to look at the ghost when it's blinking. Because I don't know if it was... I feel like it didn't blink as much as the Djinn. As in, it did blink more than the Djinn. So, the Djinn was like 3 seconds I could see it, 1 second I couldn't. Whereas, at least the Oni... I don't know if it's every ghost, but at least the Oni, 3 seconds I can't see it, 1 second I can see it. So it's reversed. But we need to double check that. It did seem fast though, but it didn't seem fast. It's weird. When I was in the long hallway, it didn't seem fast. It seemed slow. But then when I got to about here, it seemed like it almost got like a speed boost. Almost like a Djinn from Faz. You know when a Djinn sees you in Faz and it gives, like, it kind of speeds up a little bit until it gets closer to you? It was kind of like that. Which is weird. Okay, well, at the moment, can we go check our sanity? Let's go check our sanity quickly. Let's see what we've dropped down to. Because realistically, we shouldn't be anywhere near 50. We should not be anywhere near 50. 61. Okay, so we dropped about 13%. Let's, because we've got tarot cards, so we can force stuff if we need to. Maybe, shall I force a hunt now before I do pills? Yeah, maybe I force a hunt now. I can see it in action. And also, because we got a higher sanity, we're not below 50. Okay, let's do that. Let's see if it changes speeds based on the sanity. Because that's going to be fun with the Hantu, because we're pretty certain that the Hantu has a speed change depending on your sanity strength. Please don't be guillotine, devil. So are these going to affect us while we're not in the room? That's the other thing, right? So devil, I think, is a ghost event. That didn't do anything. Which makes sense. Yeah, so I think devil is a ghost event and aggressive is a ghost interaction. I think. Void. Okay, so that just does nothing. Flame of Fate. I think that was good. I think it looked like a light orange. So I think that was good. I think the dark one is the bad one. Never mind. Maybe it did drop my sanity a bit. What would be good know now, though, is... Let's see, because we're 50%, right? Let's see. Let's stop with the tarot cards for a second. Let's see if that only hunts now. So we're roughly 50%, right? Roughly. But is it between 50 and 60? Or is it below 50? That's the question. Because a Jinn is below 50, right? Yeah, because a Jinn hunted at 43%, I think. So a Jinn is below 50. So the question is it only below 50 or is it 50 to 60? It's not hunting at the moment. Also, pretty certain that the Oni's ability only works when we're near it. I would have thought that we would have definitely dropped our sanity already. But maybe it's because we're not in the range of it. But that's what I'm saying. So we're not in the range of an interaction. So I assume it does an interaction and then drops your sanity. It's almost like a 2-for-1 deal, maybe. So because we're not getting the interactions, which explains why it only does it when you're near it. So that makes sense. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to be out of the house for the Oni not to tank your sanity. That sounded like it was really close. You in here? No, okay. Well, I am surprised it hasn't started hunting yet. Below 50%, and it's not. We must be below 50 now, surely. Luke. Okay. We're still not below 50. Interesting. Okay, so I think it's a below 50 ghost. So it has to be below 50 before we can start hunting. That's good to know, though. That is good to know. These little things, I know they don't seem like much, but especially on Nightmare, these little things are going to help us. Because if I'm down to like 1, maybe no crucifixes, and I'm on 63% sanity, I know I'm going to have about a minute to 2 minutes of basically grace period where the ghost is not going to hunt us. Because I know it doesn't hunt above 50. Same as Phas ghosts. So this is actually kind of helpful. Yeah, this is actually massively, especially on an Oni as well. This is actually very good. So if you're above 50%, you know for a fact that the Oni is not going to hunt. Unless obviously you use the cursed object. That's obviously different. But if it's not below 50%, so if it's between 50 and 100, the Oni will not hunt. By the looks of it. We're on custom mode. I would expect this thing to hunt already. We are definitely between the ranges of 50 and 60%. We might potentially dip below 50 and it might trigger a hunt and then go back up to 50%. I think if it hunts in the next, I don't know, let's say 30 seconds and we go back and it's 51%, for example, I think there's a high chance that it probably dipped below 50. But I am very shocked that it hasn't started hunting yet. It is very surprising. You know what would be really cool? Is if we could see the Oni. Because if you look, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a body on the bed. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, and you see the crucifix hanging as well. I don't think they're in there, right? Yeah, they're not in there. Yeah, that's it'd be so cool if you could actually see like your own little camera. That would be so cool. Okay, so at the moment, we're definitely not getting hunted, which is definitely interesting. I don't want to get too close because I don't want anything to skew it. So I'm just kind of waiting it out. Again, I know this is probably going to be kind of boring for you guys, but this is for science purposes. So realistically, we know now that an Oni is 50% or lower. Definitely 100%. There's no way this thing has not hunted. Like the moment we dropped below 50, this thing went nuts. It hunted us instantly. But I am surprised that we haven't dropped. Let's go check our sanity again. Maybe it's because we're in the light. And the only reason our sanity dropped was because of obviously the tarot cards. Maybe. Okay. So standing in a light away from the... oh no, 47%. There we go. Okay, so it should technically start hunting. I was about to say, there's no way if you're away from the ghost room, because it doesn't happen on Nightmare, I don't think. But if you're away from the ghost room, and you're stood in the light, that it doesn't drop your sanity. There's no way. This thing should definitely hunt. Definitely. I need to remember to look at the... To be fair, I'm pretty confident on the 50% thing. I don't even think I'm going to wait any longer. I'm just going to carry on doing tarot cards. I'm pretty convinced it's a 50% or lower ghost. So anything above 50, there's no way this thing hunts. No way. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We can pen that in the diary. That is 100% confirmed. No way. Maybe not 100%, maybe like 95%. But there's just no way this thing would not... It would have hunted. It would definitely would have hunted. It's an Oni. Of course it would have hunted. Okay, so let's do 2 tarot cards. Devil. We worked out that that doesn't do anything. Flame of Fate might have. Okay. I think that was a good one. That was a different color. Right, I'm looking for blinking speeds. Okay. Yeah, so that definitely blinks a lot more. Oh, yeah. It is pretty fast. It is pretty fast. Are you fast just because of the corner? I don't know what you're fast at, though. I also have no idea where it is, by the way. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. I think my sanity is probably a little bit higher. Because that Flame of Fate card was definitely a different color. Definitely. So technically our sanity should go up. Okay, well it's definitely... Well, that's interesting. Because the Flame of Fate card that we just got a minute ago, the light orange. I'm sure that's supposed to make your sanity go up, not down. But then if that was the case, then that one that we just pulled then should have been up. Unless they're both down. But I thought they were up and down. I thought it was like, what's the... There's a card in Faz, isn't it, where it can burn one color or another, and depending on what color it burns, it will give you sanity or take it away. Interesting. Okay. But that... Okay, blinking speed, the Djinn, 100% the Djinn. The Djinn, 3 seconds you can see it, 1 second you can't. At least an Oni. We don't know about every ghost, but at least an Oni. 1 second you can see it, 3 seconds you can't. That's probably a little bit rough as well. It's probably like 1 and 2 maybe. But you definitely couldn't see it longer than you could see it. So I literally had no idea where it was for until about a split second. And then it was gone again. Whereas a Djinn is the other way around. You see it for ages. Okay. That's good to know. That's a guarantee on the Djinn though. We like that. Pretty certain on the 50% or lower. It could potentially be 40%, but I think it's more likely to be 50%. Let's do some more tarot cards. Slave, so it's locked into that room. I don't think it's going to move anyway. Death. That's fine. Kind of want to see it in action. Hello, ghost. Yeah, come on. It doesn't seem that quick on the straight. And it is kind of quick. It is kind of quick. Like, if we didn't have super speed, we'd be dead. We'd 100% be dead. I have no idea where this thing is. Oh, I nearly died. I nearly died. Oh, no. I nearly died. That was so close. I have no idea how I didn't just get caught. Holy bananas. They're not the smartest, though. You could definitely outrun these. Like, maneuver these things. Like, it was right there. I only went around this corner and it kind of lost me. Yeah, you could definitely outmaneuver these things. Definitely. All right, let's do some more. Aggressive. I haven't had aggressive yet, have I? Can we go see if that has done anything to our sanity? Let's double check. That didn't do anything. Okay. And... that's pretty much... what else can we do? There's nothing else we can do. So the guarantees right now, certainties, the Oni blinks for 3 seconds and you can see it for 1, or 2 to 1. Let's say 2 to 1 rather than 1 to 2. So you can definitely not see the ghost as long as you can see it. I feel like that's more beneficial for the Djinn. So we definitely know a Djinn is now 3 to 1. It's a 50% or lower ghost. 100%. At least 50%. It will not hunt you above 50%. There's just no way. It potentially might even be 40% or lower. Potentially. Because we didn't get anything between 40 and 50. And then I come back to the 10. And I saw it was 36. So potentially it might be a 40% or lower ghost. Maybe. The only way we would be able to find that out is we kind of need we need the sun card, really. Maybe that might take us a bit too high. But we know that for certain that is a 50% or lower ghost. We know it blinks. You don't see it as much as you see it. Or you don't see it more than you see it. Sorry. 50% or lower. What else? Relatively fast. It is pretty fast. I don't think there's any correlation between the sanity and the speed. I don't think. I think it's just... I don't know. It's kind of fast, but it's not like mega fast at certain times. I think it's just genuinely fast. And then the other certainty is that it will not tank your sanity unless you're at least near it. It potentially might be in the room. In fact, you know what? We could test it. Let's just let's do some more of these. Let's see if we get the sun card, maybe. Okay, void. Right, so what we do now, let's go get pills. We're going to go get pills, and we're going to take our sanity back up to 70-ish%. Yeah, we're going to take it back up to 70%. And we're going to stand outside the room. So we're going to be close to it, but we're going to stand outside the room, I think. I think that's the play. Yeah, let's do that. So we're 70-ish%. Let's stand outside the room and let's see if it tanks our sanity. I don't know. I don't know if it will or not. So, shall we stand? Do we stand here? Like, do we stand here or do we stand in here? Holy bananas. Maybe I stand in here because it's not in here. It's not freezing, so it can't be in here. Let's stand here. We should be able to see and hear the interactions. But are we... What was that other noise? That was weird. It sounded like tapping. Maybe it was the wardrobe? Maybe? I don't think it was, though, but maybe it was. Okay, so we heard that. Realistically, if this thing hunts now, we know you have to be in, like, a certain area. So what? I don't know, 5 meters, maybe? Roughly? So again, this might get a bit boring because we're just going to stand around for a bit. Now, in an ideal world, I'd probably skip this until something happens, but then you guys aren't going to see the process, and it's going to be difficult for you guys to work out science-based things. Okay, so we are pretty close to that light switch. Let's see if that has any bearing. Remember, we're in the light, so technically our sanity shouldn't drop too much. I say that, and it's probably been tanked. I'm intrigued to see if you have to be in the ghost room, or if it has to be within a certain area. This is what I'm saying. It's doing stuff in here. It's doing stuff in here, which is kind of annoying. But this shouldn't be the ghost. Although technically this would still... At least if it hunts now, if it does drop our sanity, we know it's not based on the ghost room, at least. So it's... In that case, it's probably based on an area. Because it's not in this room, because it's not giving us freezing. So it can't be in this room. So that would mean that it has to be a certain range. I don't know what the range is. Maybe 5 meters, possibly 10. This is good for science purposes. I'm glad. One of the best things that we've come out of this is well, for me anyway, is the Nightmare Oni. I now know that below 50% is dangerous. Anything above 50%, and I've got time. Even if I don't have crucifixes, let's say I use both my crucifixes, because obviously it's an Oni, it's fast. and I still have one set of pills left, and I take the pill, and it moves me back up to 65-ish, 70%. I know that I have got time. I don't have to worry about hiding because there's no way this ghost will hunt. The only way that I would have to be worried is if I got near the Oni. Okay, we were quite close to that door, but we're not in the room again. So if we were near the Oni and it tanks our sanity. But we would have to be near the Oni for long enough for it to be able to tank our sanity. Yeah, we're learning a lot. I don't know if you guys are learning here, but I'm definitely learning a lot here. This is incredibly helpful. So 50% or lower, safe. Sorry, 50% or higher, safe. It won't tank your sanity unless you're near / in the ghost room. We don't know just yet. We're trying to find it out. The ghost will... We can rule out a djinn. This is more for djinn, but we can rule out a djinn if you don't see it as long as you see it. You know what I'm saying? And speed is speed, basically. It makes no difference. So, it'd be interesting to see what our sanity is, though. Because our sanity shouldn't have dropped that much. So we were 76%. There's no way we should be below 50. There's no way we should be below 50. So let's go check that out. Let's double check. And then what I want to do is I might... Because I'm pretty certain if it hasn't dropped our sanity yet... It hasn't. I think it's room-based. I think it's room-based. Yeah, literally 2%. It's done nothing. Those interactions, nothing. Oh, okay, well, it's gone up a little, down a little bit now. Let's take pills. Do we take pills? You know what? I'm not going to take pills. I'm not going to take pills. Let's stand in the ghost room now. Let's see how quickly this thing hunts. Let's see. Let's see if the moment we walk into this room, it does the tanking. And we'll see. I didn't shut that one. Right, we are in the room. Okay. Let's see what happens. It'd be interesting to see if an interaction is the cause of it, or if it just tanks our sanity. But hang on, is that a 5? That's a 4. Can we check our sanity on that one? Because we haven't had that one yet. Is that classed as a big interaction? I feel like that's a bigger interaction than just throwing a book. So potentially. Let's see. That didn't do anything. That literally did nothing. Okay. So I'm honestly certain, almost certain, that the interactions themselves has no bearing on sanity whatsoever. So if it throws a book, it doesn't necessarily mean... So that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get a sanity drop. That's just to let me know where the ghost is. But I think it's based on whether the ghost actually wants to take the sanity. See that? I don't know if I like that. I like the idea. Okay, should we go check that? Let's go check that. I prefer the idea of knowing for a fact that if a ghost throws an object, it's 10% sanity drop. I like that being the idea. But now, who knows? 5% maybe, but 5% fluctuation is kind of normal. Yeah, so for example, that right there, that basically did nothing. Pretty much. I don't think that actually had any effect on us at all, because it probably will go back up to 70% again. Very interesting. I hope you guys are learning. I definitely am. This is crazy. Like, I honestly thought that the interactions were guaranteed sanity drops. 100%, no question. I just wasn't 100% sure on what the percentage was. But now, it's not. It's not the interactions are not... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens with the interaction. It's based on the ghost. If the ghost wants to take your sanity, that's the ghost's choice. Okay, let's drop the sanity. Let's do that. I know it did that last time, but it kind of flickered it on and off. So it was kind of a different interaction. So this time it's actually turned the light off. So let's see. That did anything. That did nothing. Okay, so again, I'm pretty certain evidence-based interactions definitely don't do anything. But now, interactions in general, they have no bearing. They have literally no bearing on sanity drop. Which I definitely don't like. Rats? I haven't had that one too many times, you know. Let me, I think that's a ghost event, I think. So let's just go check it. Let's go check it. Let's just make sure. Let's get everything ticked off. Just 100% make sure. That literally did nothing, so it's probably a ghost event. But then again, who knows? Because ghost events and ghost interactions are the same thing. So they don't tank your sanity. It's based on the ghost. So let's yeah, let's go check, I guess. Okay. So we're still roughly 65-70%. So this ghost won't hunt. If it hunts, we know that it's done its interaction thing, and the sanity drop. I just saw that move. Is that classed as an EMF 5? That's an EMF 4. Okay. I wonder if an EMF 5 would be a larger sanity drop, maybe. I'm trying to see if there's a trigger. If we can see a trigger for why the Oni drops the sanity. So is it a case it does multiple things at once in a short period of time? So we've just had that skull move. We had something move over here, and then this door is just opened. Now we know individually these things do not affect sanity. We know they don't. Or there's a random chance that it might do, but I think it's based on the ghost, not necessarily the interaction. But is it more obvious that the ghost will do its special ability based on how many interactions it does at one point? So, for example, if it does 3 things all together within 5 seconds, and then the Oni hunts, we know there's a trigger there. Because I don't think it's based on a single interaction. I think it's based on multiple. But I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure just yet. Not much in terms of vocals, which makes sense because it's an Oni. We know that doesn't do anything, so that's fine. The other question would be does it tank your sanity only in darkness or light? I think the answer is either. Because I'm pretty certain we had the light on when it initially did its hunt, when we first got tanked. I think. Okay, so we're getting a few. We got a 5. Should we go check that? Let's go check that. Just imagine if an EMF 5 is the thing that is the trigger for tanking your sanity. That'd be so good. That'd be so stuff like that. That's the stuff that we need. We need to know that kind of stuff. Wait a minute. Is it an EMF 5 interaction is the thing that tanks your sanity? Because what just happened realistically? It opened that door. Maybe it turned the light off. And it threw something. And my sanity has gone down by 20%. It's tanked my sanity, basically. Hang on a second. We might be onto something here. Hang on. So let's take pills. 83%. This will take us to. Last time I checked. So we were 43%. I've just taken pills. That's 83%. Let's see if EMF 5 is the thing that triggers the sanity drop. This could be huge. This could be huge. There's no way this thing hunts. Talk to me. That's a 3. We don't care about 3s. Talk to me. That is a 3 as well. Just had multiple things. Okay, so that was what? 3 things in the space of 10 seconds. Talk to me. Pause. Okay, we're getting all sorts happening now. We are getting a lot of interactions. We haven't had an EMF 5 yet, though. No EMF 5. This is fine. Rats again? No way. We never get that interaction. Wait, did I say... I'm sure that's just said 5. I feel like it said 5, but it was a... Hello? I still don't understand how that's not an EMF. How does that not class as an EMF reading? I don't get it. Are you freezing in here? You're not. Okay, good. Come on. So we just had a ton of interactions then. I kind of want to go check. Let's go check. Let me go check. I've just had so many interactions. If we have not dropped below 75%, then the interactions literally have no bearing on sanity whatsoever. 100%, there's no chance. Because we just had about, I don't know. There's no bearing. It makes no difference on the interaction itself. It's all about the ghost. The interactions don't matter. There's no way. There's no way. I can't believe it. So the interactions literally have no bearing whatsoever on sanity drop. 5. Oh, did we get it though? Was we there for when the EMF 5 interaction happened? Probably not. So I don't know if this might skew the result here. Let's go check. Let's go check. Let's go check. No, okay. But I don't know if that's because we weren't in the room when the EMF 5 happened. That's the question. I feel like we're definitely on something here, though. I just want an EMF 5 to happen so I can rule it out. Shut the door. Nothing is happening. Well, we're like 76%. Talk to me. Any 5s? No 3s. Yep. 4s. We're getting all sorts happening. I'm not getting a 5 though. So all of these things, they have no bearing on sanity. So our sanity should still be fine. Technically. If it drops it, then we know it's not necessarily an EMF 5 that does the sanity tanking thing. Okay. Go back to... Oh, the crack? No way. I don't know if the girl comes out now. I don't know if I've ever actually seen the girl come out of there. In the trailer, they use this, obviously this map and this room when they got the spirit box and they look at the mirror and it... Oh, no. Okay. Oh my goodness, nearly got stuck. Okay, so realistically, EMF 5 has no bearing. It's not about the EMF 5. It's just about an interaction in general. I might just burn my crucifix here. Has it got any bearing on how close we are? I think so. I also have no idea where this thing... There's no way this ghost is that stupid. How does it lose me every time around that corner? Let's go check our sanity. Because if it's above 50%, that's really going to throw a spanner in the works. No, okay. Well, the thing about the Oni not dropping below 50% is absolutely rubbish. It definitely does. And it's not an EMF 5 that causes the sanity drop. It's just a random chance from one of the interactions. Okay. That's good to know. So we found out some cool stuff. Let's go exercise this thing. Obviously, we get no money for it. You guys will have to let me know if you're enjoying these. I know this has gone on for quite a while, this one. You'll have to let me know if you guys like this. What am I doing? This kind of video. I know I said I'm enjoying it because I'm actually learning stuff and it will help me towards Nightmare. But you guys will have to let me know if this is the kind of thing that you want to see. Or do you just want to see... Do you just want to see me Nightmare mode, you know, hunt the ghost, basically? Because I can do a beginner's guide, but the beginner's guide, I can't do a beginner's guide on every single ghost because there's so many ghosts, there's so many characteristics that I have to talk about, there's so many things I'd have to show you. It'd be like a 5-hour long video. It'd be way too long. So you guys let me know, is this the kind of video that you want to see? Or would you prefer me just do nightmare runs, just do normal runs and then talk about each individual ghost kind of as we get them? It's going to be more difficult, and I'm not going to be able to spend quite so much time trying to debunk stuff, and you know, but yeah, you guys will have to let me know. But we're going to leave it there, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, you know what to do. Smash the like button. It helps the channel loads. And if you want to see more content like this, it doesn't necessarily have to be Demonologist, doesn't necessarily have to be ghost hunting, anything horror based. consider subscribing. We have a ton of videos on the channel already. I'll have a ton more as well, so you will enjoy it. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll catch you next one.